historic occasion, and you know I'm an island girl at heart. As a matter of fact, we're my boat bike. Congratulations to the Commodore and all of the sailors, wishing you a successful event.
The road to progress is paved with purpose, and in Exuma, Bahamas Striping Group of Companies is leading the way. We're transforming communities with safer, smoother, and stronger roads. This isn't just infrastructure, it's empowerment, it's jobs, and it's a better future for Exumians. Bahamas Striping, we're paving the way forward.
So you straight?
Bro, I ain't getting no service, I can't make no calls, I can't post nothing on my stories, I don't get it.
Wait, you went on a live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive fiber services when you port your landline.
So I'm standing here at the Islander B apparel tent that they've got set up here at the National Family Island Regatta here in Exuma. I'm standing here with this beautiful lady. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. Islander B, they were a major sponsor in this year regatta and making all of this possible. And so introduce yourself to our viewers and then also tell me a little bit about what you guys have to offer.
Okay, I'm Martha Wallace, and I'm the managing director of Janae's Uniform Center. But my daughter, I often say she takes after her father, and she loves the sailing. And she got on to Dallas and she said, listen, I want to do something. I guess she wanted to make a difference, especially, and I try to encourage her, as most young persons, sailing being now named the national sports. And if we can get more youngsters involved, I say hats off to them. So anyhow, Janae has designed her own Islander B brand. Of course, you know I'm Islander as well. But she said she's Islander B, and I'm proud of her that she was able to design these various designs, the mugs, the hats, the bags, also this year's National Family Island Regatta shirt. And she's doing an awesome job. I say come on down to the tent where you can get your primary sponsorship shirt, and you can be able to keep that because it has a very good quality, the rash guards this year. And I say thank you for allowing us to help out, build the economy of...
Good afternoon, race fans. Welcome back to the finale here at the 69th Annual National Family Island Regatta in Georgetown, Exuma with the B-class. I'm Stafford Captain Plug Patterson, alongside my co-host Rhiannon Thomas, skipper and owner of the E-class. Okay, we got the starting guns just gone off for the B-class. We got 5 boats on the line. And heave ho, let's hoist and go, boys. Let's go
just
racing.
name off who's on the line today. We've got Ant's Nest, we have Udiva, Lady Sonia, Lonesome Dove, and Terry Ann.
Thank you, Rhiannon. Ant's Nest with the sail going up right in the middle of the field.
Nice
Lady
clean
Sonia,
start.
Lady Sonia.
They're
starting from the first position, sail up. Udiva, the other end of the line, sail up.
Great start. Everybody's sails are up, and
Lonesome Dove, sail up.
everybody had a nice clear start there.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I mean, we started off with 8 this week, didn't we? And we're down to 5, and there's no surprise there with the conditions that we've had lately. You know, Susan Chase pulled out yesterday. Terry Ann didn't sail yesterday because of the conditions, but they're a little bit lighter today.
Bob Arian broke the mast, unfortunately, yesterday.
That's right. And Cobra was having some difficulty with rigging as well. It's an older boat, and Terry Ann just didn't want to take that chance with the young generation of sailors.
So right on your screen there in the middle, Terry Ann. On the left, Ant's Nest. On the right, Lady Sonia. Sails up, trimmed. Crews on the pry, making their way to the windward marker. To the left, Lonesome Dove and Udiva.
Somebody's just gone over now. That looks like, let me see if I can get this right. Oh, we've got...
That's number 33, Terry Ann.
Terry Ann just tacked over.
Quickly tacked over to go to the right side of the course.
Everybody else is still on the...
Well, I think they were getting dirty air off the sail of one of the boats around them.
Just got to get her trimmed there, get that main sheet trimmed. She's luffing a little bit.
I don't think main sheet's going to help with that. They need to tighten up on the leech line. When they last sailed day before yesterday, they had a similar situation.
Oh, really?
Well, it didn't seem to slow down their performance because they did well. Matter of fact, they had a 3rd on the first day and a 6th on Thursday.
Really? So that's what was going on? Because you see the back of the sail, it's luffing quite a bit, and so you.
Not
wow.
an ideal situation by any means. You're not getting full power out of that sail. Looks like a medium, perhaps a medium large.
Yeah, it's good to see that they're out there today, though. We missed them yesterday, but.
Yes, it is. And if I'm correct, I think Terry Ann is crewed and skippered completely by young sailors from the Exuma Sailing Club.
Yeah, Joss Knowles. They were my competition this morning. Wait, those boys are tough. Really good. It's great to watch them come up from the beginning. You know, like I said yesterday about their first regatta in Harbor Island in 2007 or 8 or something, and you know, brand new at sailing.
Then.
Oh yeah, they were quite little. Maybe it was a little bit later. Maybe my dates are off, but they were little, very little. So they've come a long way.
Terry Ann off to the right, out of sight of the broadcast booth. Ants Nest.
Oh, there she is on the screen now. Yeah, you can
Lady
really see
Sonia.
that back of that sail. It's a bummer, but it might be to their advantage because again, they do have a young crew, not as beefy and meaty as some of the others. So it might be to their advantage. Who knows?
Sail number 17. That's the Cobra's number.
We definitely know Cobra's not. Let's see if the binoculars might help this go around. We were hoping to get a definite sail number as they were getting to the starting line, but unfortunately that didn't work because most of them got towed to the starting line. It's a very tight transition getting from, you know, this situation A class to B class because majority of the crew sail on all the boats. So, you know, you got to get them in, you got to get them tied up, secured, and then jump back on. And so towing is a lot faster. Okay, so with that, somebody else just talked over here. Could be Ants Nest.
Ants Nest has a very distinctive logo on the sail.
Okay, then that's
number
not
18. That's Lonesome Dove out of Hopetown, Abaco. Ants Nest on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, they just talked over too. We're gonna get one left on the starboard tack there. Everybody else has gone over.
Three boats tacking back up the middle, coming from the left side of the course.
Yeah, without actually seeing the lead boat,
A little early yet to call the lead.
it is, well,
Ants Nest, bottom left on your screen. Number 18, Lonesome Dove, above her.
no, what I meant to say is Terry Ann is, you know, I'm sure certainly still in the lead here because the other four are down here.
Oh, as we can't see it, we can't make that call. Number 18, Lonesome Dove, going up the middle, full speed. Ants Nest. Can't see which boat that is. No sail number. U-Diva on your screen. Yes, very distinctive flat headboard. Notice the flat headboard there. It doesn't have the typical curve. Ants Nest, slightly above and slightly behind. U-Diva. Top of your screen, Lonesome Dove. Looking to add another victory to their score. Lonesome Dove, finishing positions in this regatta so far. 2 in the cup race on Wednesday. 2 in the first series race Thursday. First place on Friday. Lonesome Dove looking for a national championship. Tacking up the middle of the course. Terry Ann's often right now. We'll see how it is, what position she's in when they tack back to the marker. Ant's Nest, Lonesome Dove.
I think you.
Lonesome Dove taking a
Udiva
hit.
up front, bit ahead of. Is that the Udiva up
on
there?
the right side of your screen.
Okay.
The winds just have not let up this whole regatta. It's been very windy, very challenging for the crews. Haven't seen any large sails yet this regatta, and I guess this is the last race we won't.
That's right. This is the last race. This is our final B Cup race here at the 69th annual.
So,
Family
Rhiannon,
Island Regatta.
you're an E-class skipper and owner. How many sails do you have? Is it just one?
Just one.
Well,
I need a sponsorship.
Well, where I'm going with this is with the restrictions on the mast and boom lengths. I mean, how many sails can you have? I guess you can go smaller.
Yeah, there are a few A-class boats that do have multiple sails. I'm not one of them. And fortunately, with the cuts that I had to make from my mast and the boom earlier this week, it didn't affect the rigging whatsoever. So that was, I was very grateful for that, because that could have been a whole nother project in itself there.
Well, with a 6th place overall finish, I think your sail is probably okay.
6th place overall. It hasn't quite registered yet. I just found out I made the podium. I was kind of wishing I hadn't heard that. I'm more nervous now than there, but it is what it is. It's a great regatta. Lots of fun. Just very grateful to be here every single time, right?
Absolutely. And number 17, Buzzy Roll, Lady Sonia.
Great, that's
stalking
helpful.
out on the chat and chill in the background. Crowd here in Regatta Park is swelling. I see the police band in the wings waiting to put on a performance. Get on down to Regatta site.
That's always exciting, isn't it? I mean,
Oh, I love the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band.
they really do. It's so cultural. It's so authentic.
Lonesome Dove approaching the windward marker in first place. About to make a tight as possible turn around the mark without fouling.
Yeah, she gave a nice wide berth on that one. No boats to disturb her going around, and you know that's also another thing too. If you can, you want to stay clear of the buoys. You hit the buoys, you hit the marker, you're going to get points. You know, you're going to
Hitting the marker is a 1-point penalty.
right.
Lonesome Dove around the windward marker for the first time in first place. Get the drone back up. We'll see who's coming around in second. We got in the mix. We got Terry Ann. We got a Udiva. We got the Ant's Nest.
Lady Sonia. And Lady Sonia.
Lady Sonia is, let's see when we get the drone footage back up.
No, there we go.
Okay, here comes the next boat around the windward marker. I think that may be Terry Ann, possibly second. Just can't see the six.
And of course, we don't have it in sight here for me to use the binoculars.
We're
so.
seeing second, third, and fourth. Fourth place appears to be a red
Udiva.
hull. Be Lady Sonia. Udiva in second place.
And followed by
Ant's
Ant's Nest.
around the marker in third. Followed closely by Buzzy and Lady Sonia. Down to 4 boats in this race, folks.
Yep. Third one is just around. And they're heading on their downwind
I
run
take that
here.
back. There's 5 boats in.
Oh, there are.
Terry Ann coming in from the left.
It
from
gets
the
rather
right.
confusing. I can't imagine how you've been doing it all day like this, Stafford. I can't even imagine having to do the smaller classes with so many.
Lonesome Dove, Udiva, Ant's Nest, and Sonia, 1 through 4. Tight competition going on here in the B-class, this final race of the 69th annual National Family Island Regatta. Sponsor is Odyssey Air. This is the Odyssey Air Cup race, sponsored by Odyssey. I guess that's the FBO out of the airport. Thank you for your sponsorship, Odyssey Aviation.
Yeah. Very grateful. As me as a boat owner, very grateful for the sponsorship.
So we have the 5 boats in the frame. You'll notice there's not a whole lot in the way of spectator boats out here.
Yeah,
all
the
those
A-class
boats-
really took on a huge spectator showing there. Is there
Number
more?
18, Lonesome Dove, go ahead.
I was going to say, is there more gambling going on with the A classes? I mean, we've seen it on the shore there, and I laughed at one regatta. I was like, wow, how can I, like, one of a few of the guys that were on shore in the last regatta in Long Island, they were like, yeah, we betting on you, and I'm thinking, I don't want to let you down, but in the meantime, how can I get some of that if I do win? But I think maybe that's why the A class is that much more popular as spectators.
It's the big boys. It's just the most popular class.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Lonesome Dove on the left side of your screen, holding the lead. U-Diva.
Heading down.
Ant's Nest, right with them.
Yeah, and as you can see, they've got their jib on the opposite side, held out by a whisker pole on the downwind leg there. So we got the Lonesome Dove in the front there, then U-Diva, and somebody's marching behind U-Diva. Look at that. That would be
third place.
Ant's Nest. Look at that. I mean,
Ant's Nest pouring on the speed.
I wonder if they got, the bowman's on the bow doing some adjusting to the rig. So, it could be that Ant's Nest got the puff. I mean, obviously before U-Diva did, and just, rode it through. And
second and third, pretty close. Looking for every puff of wind they can get. Keeping the crew low, sails trimmed.
Yeah. These boats are very easy to kind of nosedive in conditions like this. So it's really important to shift the weight back.
Okay, we got the police band lining up behind us. I know they're going to be making noise. Okay, all right. We're going to see if we can get some footage of the police band while we watch Lonesome Dove out in front.
They're all coming into view now with us.
U-Diva and Ant's Nest, second and third. Looks like Buzzy's holding on to fourth. Lady Sonia, followed by Terry Ann.
Great. So they're going to leave this one to starboard and head back up to the windward mark. I didn't catch the course. Did you, Stafford, catch the course? It's obviously windward, leeward.
I did not.
I think it's been pretty much the same all day. Windward, leeward, windward, and then finish.
That's what I would expect, yes.
In the regatta, in front of the regatta site there. Well, the Lonesome Dove is very fastly approaching the leeward mark here.
Meanwhile, second and third still close together. Fourth, hot on their heels. And Terry Ann bringing up the rear. Very challenging conditions out here. I swear the wind has come back up since midday.
Oh, Lady Sonia's boom has gone way high right there. Wow. That's another thing, too. These boats can really have the death roll, rock and roll. And so the Dove just went over. They've just hardened up and heading to windward. Nice clean rounding there. This will be an interesting one with, second and third coming now. And it looks like Ant's Nest is gaining again on U-Diva.
I'd say Lady Sonia was gaining on the two of them, but Ant's Nest on the outside.
It's just small maneuvers that cause these boats to just,
Lonesome Dove on the left, clear the leeward marker. Ant's Nest coming in on the inside line, the preferred line. I'm sorry, I think that may be U-Diva coming in on the inside. Let's get back to the drone video.
U-Diva's now on the outside.
U-Diva's on the outside.
Ant's Nest on the inside of the mark there.
Ant's Nest on the inside. Ant's Nest around in second place.
Followed closely by
coming in third.
Not too far behind is Buzzy on Lady Sonia. And Terry Ann just took a little dive with the end of the boom there, which is that death roll I was talking about. It's very hard to recover sometimes from that death roll.
On your screen, right to left, Ant's Nest, second place. Third place, Udiva. Fourth place, Lady Sonia. Crews out on a pry, trying to keep that boat at the optimum heel angle. Lady Sonia tacking over. Crews midships, prize amidships. And you can see her tacking there at the bottom of the screen there, Lady Sonia. Terry Ann coming around the leeward marker now. Meanwhile, Lonesome Dove, skippered by Jeff Gale out of Hopetown, Abaco, scooting over to the left side of the course. My guess is he'll sail a little further, tack over on the port, and make ley line to the windward marker. Less tacks, less time you lose.
That's right. We're talking about how slow tacks are on these boats. I mean, all boats, really, but the fewer tacks, the better on any race, really.
Second and third, right to the middle of your screen, to the left-hand side. Right now, neck and neck, side by side.
It certainly does look like it's picked up as far as the weather conditions.
It sure feels like it on the cheek of my face.
Mm.
I think Ant's Nest is on the right. Udiva on the left, battling hard for second place. Fourth, Lady Sonia. Terry Ann clear of the leeward marker and heading back upwind.
So the rest of the fleet's still on the starboard tack here.
Lonesome Dove still on the tack, heading over to the left side of the course. Skipper Jeff Gale wants to make it to the windward marker with only one more tack. Will his strategy pay off?
It's a good skipper is going to look around and try to determine why the boat ahead of them might be pointing higher or, you know, sailing faster. And that's when you do things like check your trim and, you know, you're constantly trying to find that sweet spot. So somebody just tacked over there. That would be...
that is Lonesome Dove.
Lonesome Dove.
Yes, Lonesome Dove is tacked over. Meanwhile, fighting hard for second and third, Ant's Nest and Udiva. Lady Sonia coming along in fourth. Second upwind leg in the final race of the 69th annual National Family Island Regatta. Beautiful Elizabeth Harbor right in front of you. Georgetown, Exuma. Make your plans for 2026 to be here, folks. This is the National Championships. The winners in each class will have bragging rights. Here's the police band. Their famous leopard skin.
So fantastic. Sorry, I'm missing that. At least we get a little bit of footage from it. Enjoy the best of both worlds here.
Back to sailing. Ant's Nest on the right. Udiva on the left. Still battling hard for second place. Right side of your screen, Lonesome Dove stepping out, extending their lead over second and third. Looking for a national championship with a second on Thursday and a first yesterday. If Lonesome Dove could score a first today, that would give them 4 points, and I think that would be first overall, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Anything can happen in these races. We've seen equipment failure. We've seen 3 sails rip. We've had at least one mast come crashing down on the deck. A couple of other masts cracked, bad enough to keep the boats out of the competition.
Several sank.
Thankfully, no injuries in this regatta so far. That's what we always hope for. The race committee doing an excellent job out there, Rhiannon. They do have at least one medical boat in case they have a serious medical emergency. They've got personnel and equipment on the boat to be able to respond quickly.
I close to y'all now, so that's why they shouldn't be that bad.
I don't know how they've been managing to
Sounds good.
welcome back because we got visibility at the score.
Well, I'm sure the race committee here is resourceful. They know what's available in the way of facilities here in Georgetown.
Right.
And again, top marks to this year's race committee for keeping things flowing.
Absolutely, yeah.
And for making the effort to get in the missed C-class race from yesterday.
Yes, that's right. They pulled that off and managed to finish everything else today. So we're wrapping it up here after this one, Stafford. Wow. It's been a pleasure to be here with you and all the rest of the crew. And
thanks for coming to help me out, Rhiannon. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Your knowledge of the sport and your passion. And we want to convey that to the viewers. Once again, don't wish to sound sexist, but ladies, this is not only a man's sport.
Absolutely
There
not.
is room for you. There's room for your daughter. We have a couple of young ladies from Hopetown and Marsh Harbor sailing in our boats. They've been swapping around. Clara Wallace out of Marsh Harbor, Valentina Pender, MP John Pender's daughter. They've been out there having a ball.
yeah, we had Adam Mackey sailing with them too out of Marsh Harbor.
Adam, yes.
So, I mean, it's great that there's so many junior sailing clubs going around. Yeah.
Yes,
Excuse
there's
me.
at least half a dozen, if not more, about the Bahamas junior sailing programs established. Do your best to get your kids in a sailing program. It's also being introduced into the school programs in the government schools.
Wouldn't that be great? Oh, I've always envisioned that, having a sailing program in every single school. Well, first we have to start with the swimming program, which I think they do have. But, you know, you can't learn to sail if you can't swim. Those are obviously the requirements. However, I did manage to find somebody to crew with me in Andros that didn't know how to swim, so that was interesting.
Glad you didn't sink.
I'm glad I didn't sink either. Okay, we're
Lonesome Dove continues to make her way to the second windward marker. Here we got some footage of the regatta site, all the food booths. Go on the app, NFIR, and vote for your favorite food booth. The same app. Vote for your favorite boat, Lonesome Dove. The vibe here is coming up a notch or two. Crowds beginning to swell. People are anticipating the performance from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band.
Yeah, the entertainment in the evening has been great. I haven't been staying very late. You know, I'm staying 20 minutes out of town and fighting a cold all week long. But managed to come out last night for a little bit, and great crowd, great energy. You know, people are just out here enjoying themselves, and it's always good. Music always does that to people, and the bands were great last night. So
the camaraderie in the sailing fraternity is outstanding. We hate each other out on the race course. We get ashore and the race is done. We buy each other a beer and laugh and joke about who made what stupid move during the race.
Slap on the shoulder, yeah.
Lonesome Dove did not make lay line. She'll have to tack once more and come in on starboard.
Yeah, she's nice big lead going on here. Nobody around her, no traffic. She's got
the second and third place are out of the picture. They're coming up on port tack. Lonesome Dove approaching the windward marker.
Quite spread out this race, actually, you know.
Okay, we got two boats in the top right, and I think that is Ansnest and Udiva. The shots go Lonesome Dove from Bells. Big Red sending love. Cynthia Weaver come out fighting Terry Ann. Olivia Patterson, my daughter, rooting for Lonesome Dove. Go Team Abigail. Andrew Higgs in Nassau. Congrats to Crybaby for 6th place.
Oh, thank you, Andrew.
Bernadette Roberts watching from Hopetown. Got fingers crossed for Team Abaco. Andrew Higgs notes that the jib on the Dove is taller than other boats. Good observation, Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew's a sailor too. In fact, I tried to get Andrew's daughter, who is a sailor in Nassau, you know, because I'm trying to encourage the female sailing to sail with me in Andros. It didn't happen, but hoping to snag her and any of the other Abaco young female sailors.
Get your youth involved in junior sailing, folks. It's important that we educate the next generation to come and fill our shoes.
Even adults, if you have any interest in it, just for once, I promise you that, you know, it'll be an experience of a lifetime and well worth it. Really well worth it.
Coming into the windward marker, 2nd place. Possibly Udiva. I need to get a closer look at it.
Yeah, we don't want to speculate. But Is that Ant's Nest followed
I
behind
think that's third place. Ant's Nest.
Is
Dark
this
blue
Lady
hull.
Sonia here? Is it?
Lady Sonia.
There's a red boat. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Lady Sonia has moved up.
Just a second.
Second place.
Ooh, let's hope they don't hit the mark here.
Here goes the police band. Folks, this is going to be challenging. We got the police band going in the background.
Which is always fantastic.
Lonesome Dove first place. And you know, they performed all over the world.
Oh, have they? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
All over the world. They are world famous. Lonesome Dove, sizable lead over second place. Lady Sonia, not in tight enough to see who's in third. Could be Ant's Nest, could be Udiva.
Yeah, I think it was Ant's Nest, but again, don't want to speculate. But obviously, the Dove has a very nice lead here at the bottom of the screen.
Dove is out in clean air.
If she holds on to that, she'll be good to go. But
never count your chickens before they hatch.
never count your chickens before they hatch.
Lonesome Dove, skipper Jeff Gale out of Hooktown, Abaco. Looking for another national championship for the Lonesome Dove. Already six-time national champion. Looking for a seventh. World famous Royal Bahamas Police Force band performing for the crowd here in Regatta Park.
Looks like they got a good crowd out there watching as well.
Shout outs. Folks, if you're watching on the app, drop a comment. What's your favorite boat and where you're viewing from? We'll give you a shout out. Been a great regatta right up until this final race. Let's see how we end up here when all is said and done. Very windy conditions every day of racing. Very challenging for the crews and the skippers.
Absolutely. Yeah, again, we started out with 8 this... oh, that's a great overhead footage. Oh, nice.
Nice overhead shot
Good
of the
crowd, yeah.
Regatta Park and the police band.
As I was saying, we started out the beginning of the week with 8 and down to 5.
Yes, unfortunately, there has been some attrition. Cobra with some issues. Barbarian with a broken mast yesterday. Susan Chase retired early. So 3 boats out.
2.
Coming back into view.
Okay, there we go.
Right in front of the
Lonesome
broadcast
Dove.
booth. Lonesome Dove, looking good. Heading
Coming
for the
into
leeward
the
marker.
is this the finish line, though?
Well, I'm not sure.
This looks like it is the
This
finish
is the
line.
finish
Okay.
line.
So
Okay.
did they shorten the course then? Or maybe it just wasn't that long to begin
Well,
with.
in the interest of time and daylight
Yeah.
and police
Yeah.
band and everything, the regatta
And
committee's
of course the award ceremony.
award
you know.
ceremony, I think that's 7:30, but I'd have to confirm that.
Yep, and look at the Lonesome Dove.
Lonesome
wow.
Dove, steaming full throttle down to the finish line. Looking to clinch a 7th national championship.
Can't be biased, but I do have the hat on, and I am, fantastic, Jeff Gale.
Should be a great celebration in the Abaco camp tonight.
Oh boy. Yeah, Jeff's just an amazing skipper. I've been privileged to have sailed with him. Been sailing with him for 30 years now.
Lonesome Dove with scores in the 4 races. Second, first, and about to get another first.
Gun's gonna go off any second.
We're waiting
cannon.
for the cannon. There's
There
the
it
cannon.
is. Wow,
Lonesome
congratulations, Lonesome Dove.
First in the third points race. National championship.
Fantastic.
In the bag.
Fantastic. And in our view now here is coming up the second and third boat. And,
Second and third. We're looking to see where Buzzy is. I think he is in second.
17. Is he 17? Is that?
That's Buzzy.
That's Buzzy.
Using
Okay.
a
Wow. Yeah.
bull red sail. Lady Sonia, Buzzy Roll,
Yeah.
out of Exuma.
Followed by UD.
Sailing hard right down to the finish line. I think that is
Yeah.
Udiver in third place.
Yeah. Yeah, I really, Buzzy, you
It's
know.
either Udiver or Ant's Nest. I think it's Ant's Nest, but I need a close-up on that.
Udiva is a blue.
Light blue hull.
Yeah, that kind of looks like.
Ant's
Anyway,
Nest.
no, it looks like Udiva.
Okay. We get a little
I could
closer,
be
we'll
wrong,
be able
yeah.
to see him.
I don't have drone footage at the moment. It's the crowd going wild for the band. Fantastic police band there. Yep, so here comes Buzzy Roll.
Lady Sonia.
Lady Sonia, excuse me.
With points
Lady Sonia.
finishes of 5th and 3rd.
Yeah.
About to add a second to that.
Congratulations,
That will
Buzzy.
give them 9 points. Not sure where that will be in the final tally. I'll leave that up to the race committee and the scorekeepers.
Yeah, and he's just about to come across the finish line. Well, we don't. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's on your screen there to the left. That's Buzzy coming in through the finish line.
Lady Sonia
in a
taking second
solid
place
second place. Yep.
in this final race of the 69th Annual National Family Island Regatta. This race brought to you by Odyssey Aviation, the Odyssey Aviation Cup race.
And then here comes. We confirm that's Udiva? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's.
Udiva holding on to 3rd place. But that was pretty impressive from Lady Sonia to move from 4th right up into 2nd.
Absolutely. That's, yeah, it's happened out of our sight there. But here comes Sheldon Gibson on Udiva. He's another one of my favorite skippers. Very calm, very kind man, very soft-spoken.
Also the designer of the original E-class about 15 years ago, Sheldon Gibson.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's good knowledgeable information there. Great, thank you for sharing that. And then in
Coming down in 4th will be Ant's Nest.
The Ant's
Or
Nest.
wait a minute, hold it, folks.
Terry Ann.
That's
This
Terry
is,
Ann.
Yeah, Ant's Nest.
Number 33. Ant's Nest is over here by the freighter, and they've got a
they
sail
look like their
issue.
bow is up into the wind there.
They got a
no.
problem with the sail for Ant's Nest.
Oh, I hope they can at least finish it. You know, they're this close. They're this close. Terry Ann, well done. Congratulations, you guys. You didn't.
Terry Ann crossing the
Have
line
any-
in 4th. Well done to the Exuma Sailing
the young-
Club team
yep.
there.
Joss, well done. Congratulations.
Joss Knowles, the skipper,
That's him coming down now.
clear of the finish line. I think Ant's Nest is retiring. They're lowering the sails, and a
what a
race committee
bummer.
boat is heading over there.
What a bummer. So close, so close. Be interesting to know what happened.
Check the shout-outs real quick. Greetings from Long Island, from Susan. Brooke Milvan saying thank you guys. Amanda, plugging the junior sailing. Patrick Mara, my boys, way to go. Olivia Patterson, woohoo. So,
Wow.
I think I can finally take a deep breath and let it out.
I think that's a wrap.
What a regatta.
What a
regatta.
Oh my gosh.
We started off
Just-
with a false start in the E-class. First day of racing, first race, a false start. Neither Dwight Hart nor I recall seeing that ever before.
Oh, the false start. Oh, right. Yes.
But
That
half
was
the
very.
fleet went off on the 1-minute gun.
It's so funny. I think it was just their nerves. You know, and they were all to the right of me. That fleet. I remember. You know, we always get 2 cannons. One is the 1 minute, and I think they just got a little excited, and so after the first cannon, and
It
everybody
happens.
started going, and we're like, "Do we go? No, we're not." So they.
We
you know,
finished
recalled it.
Wednesday with a rip sail on the tidal wave. Normally when that happens, you just drop the sail and retire and do not finish that race. However, those boys, skippered by Brooks Miller out of Staniel Key, grabbed a hold of the shreds of the sail, pulled it down tight,
Held
and
on.
almost finished second. They got a 3rd place.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we had a first, I think, in regatta broadcasting here in Exuma, where I had my son Eric calling the A race along with me. So a father-son team there.
And am I the first female? No. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, folks, that's a wrap for the video broadcast of the racing here at the 69th Annual National Family Island Regatta. Thanks for tuning in. On behalf of my co-host, I'm Stafford Captain Plug Patterson. It's been a ball calling the races here for you, and I hope to do it some more in the future. So
Yeah.
we'll see you at the next regatta. Be there.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Congratulations, Exuma, on the 69th National Family Island Regatta. BPL